Creating and testing Azure Policies, Microsoft Azure AZ-104 and AZ-500. Certification Lab. Mr. X-2 using Azure Policy to limit resource locations, restricting resource deployment by region Scene 1, entering the Azure Lab. Room for a policy day. Mr. X-2 walks into the Azure Lab room with curiosity. Today feels different, like the cloud wants rules. He wonders if this is going to be about control and structure. Kasper smiles and confirms it is policy day indeed. Today they are not building resources, they are defining limits, they are becoming rule makers in Azure. Sofia calmly explains that policies protect and organize the cloud. They are like digital borders for resources. Nothing random is allowed anymore. Scene 2. Understanding why Azure policies matter in real jobs. Sofia explains that companies cannot allow chaos in the cloud. Resources popping up everywhere cause compliance problems. Policies help prevent surprises before they happen. Mr. X2 realizes this is not just theory. This is how real organizations stay clean and compliant. Security starts with rules, not firewalls. Kasper nods and says policies guide behavior quietly. They do not block people randomly, they simply enforce what is allowed. Scene 3. Opening Azure Policy Service like a cloud rulebook, Kasper asks Mr. X to open the Azure portal. He tells him to search for the policy service. This is where Azure stores its rulebook. Mr. X clicks and looks around carefully. He sees definitions, assignments, and scopes. It feels like writing laws for the cloud. Sofia reassures him that built-in policies make it easy. No need to invent rules from scratch. Azure already provides safe templates. Scene 4. Selecting scope and allowed locations policy definition. Sofia guides him to click the scope selector dots. They choose the resource group Download Secure. This limits where the rule will apply. Kasper points to the definitions section. He searches for allowed locations. This policy controls where resources can exist. Mr. X2 understands the idea immediately. Only approved regions should be allowed. Everything else must be blocked. Scene 5. Assigning policy to allow only UK South region. They begin creating the policy assignment together. The name clearly states allow UK South for Digital Secure. The description explains the rule in simple terms. Enforcement is kept enabled to ensure compliance. UK South is selected from the allowed locations list. No other region is permitted. Mr. X2 clicks Review and Create confidently. Then he clicks Create without hesitation. He is officially enforcing cloud policy now. Scene 6. Testing policy by creating a virtual network. Incorrectly, Kasper suggests testing the rule by breaking it. Mr. X2 likes the idea of pushing limits. Learning happens when rules are tested. They start creating a new virtual network. The resource group remains the same. The region is intentionally set to ESTUS. The validation instantly fails. Azure displays a policy violation message. The rule is working perfectly. Scene 7. Creating virtual network correctly in UK South region. Mr. X to retries the virtual network creation. This time he selects UK South. Everything aligns with the policy. The deployment succeeds without errors. Azure accepts the configuration calmly. Rules followed means smooth creation. Sofia smiles and explains this is ideal behavior. Policies guide users gently, not harshly, but firmly. Scene 8. Cleaning up resources and removing policies safely. Sofia reminds them that cleanup is part of discipline. Unused resources should always be removed. A clean cloud is a healthy cloud. They delete the virtual network first. Then remove the policy assignment. Nothing unnecessary is left behind. Mr. X-2 feels confident and organized. He understands structure matters, not just creation speed. Scene 9. Real-world reflection on Azure Policy skills. This lab shows how organizations stay in control. Azure Policy enforces standards automatically. Humans no longer need to remember every rule. Location restrictions protect data residency laws. They reduce security and compliance risks. They prevent costly mistakes early. For beginners, this skill builds trust. It shows security awareness and responsibility, and that is valuable in real jobs. Scene 10. Call to action for learners and certification candidates. If this lab helped you understand Azure Policy clearly, take a moment to like this video and support the learning. Subscribe to the channel for calm, story-based Azure labs focused on AZ-104 and AZ-500 concepts without pressure. Check the description for the full lab and notes. Practice this policy yourself in the Azure portal. Remember, real cloud skills start with understanding, not speed, not shortcuts, but clear structure. See you in the next Azure Lab, where we build confidence step by step.